Hello friends, welcome to Bhayani Nirmal, and in this video tutorial I am going to describe you about the basic concept of the endocrinology, and this is totally 10th standard video tutorial. And what is endocrinology actually? The endo means within, and crine means secretion, and logos means knowledge. So the secretion within our body is called as the endocrinology, and this secretory material is actually called as the hormone. And hormone is derived from a Greek word hormeo, and that means I excite. Secretion in our body is coming out from various kinds of gland, and this gland will be of three types. One is the endocrine gland, and you can see that endocrine gland, and in the endocrine gland there is no duct, so endocrine gland is ductless gland. Okay, and in the endocrine gland hormone is actually produced, and this hormone released into the blood vessel, and then this hormone carried out through this blood, and this actually binding with the specific receptor of the target cell, and this perform the specific function. So the hormone or endocrine secretion is actually released from the endocrine gland, and this endocrine gland is the ductless gland, and various kinds of the endocrine gland are present in our body: pituitary, thyroid, parathyroid, and I shall describe you later about this endocrine gland. And this is actually the study, and this is actually the basic in this chapter. Okay, and next is the exocrine gland, and you can see that in this exocrine gland the duct is actually present, and from this endocrine gland various kinds of the enzymes are actually produced. And not only enzyme, the sweat is also a kind of exocrine gland, sweat gland, and sebaceous gland, and these are also the endocrine gland. And next is the mixed gland, and the mixed gland perform both endocrine and the exocrine function. Pancreas is an example of the mixed gland, and in the pancreas the pancreatic juice contain the various kinds of enzymes, and this is the function of the exocrine. And the pancreas also secreted various kinds of hormones, that is the insulin and the glucagon. So this is the function of the endocrine. Okay, and apart from this, testis and ovary also the mixed example of the mixed gland, and from the testis the sperm is secreted, and this is the function of the exocrine. And testosterone, dihydrotestosterone, these hormones are secreted from the testis, and this is the function of the endocrine. Okay, so testis perform both exocrine and endocrine function. And also ovary, in cases of the human female, ovum is secreted, so this is the exocrine function of the ovary. And estrogen and the progesterone, these kinds of the sex hormones are secreted from the ovary, so this is the endocrine function. So ovary also an example of the mixed gland. So three important example of the mixed gland is pancreas, testis, and the ovary. Okay, now you can see that from this endocrine gland the hormones are actually produced. So what is hormone? Hormone is a kind of the chemical, and this is secreted from the endocrine gland in cases of the animal, and this hormones is carried out through that of the blood, and this actually binding with the specific receptor in the target cell, and this elicit a particular response. Okay, so and after the function the hormone will be destroyed. So this is the definition of the hormone. Okay, and now you can see that I have told you that the hormone will be a kind of a specific chemical, and this hormone will be two type. One is steroid and another is the non-steroid. And the steroid hormone can move through that of the plasma membrane, and this actually acts through the mobile receptor. Okay, an example of the steroid hormone is the sex hormone, that is estrogen, progesterone, and the testosterone. These are the example of the steroid hormone. And next, non-steroid hormone, and this cannot crosses the plasma membrane actually. And this non-steroid hormone, the example, the important example of the non-steroid hormone is amino acid derivative hormone, that is the thyroxine, peptide hormone, that is oxytocin and the vasopressin, and the protein hormone, that is the insulin. And see, these are the example of the non-steroid hormone. Okay, now I am going to describe you about the various kinds of the endocrine gland, and which you will read, and I shall describe this later in very elaborately. So first of all I shall give you the basic concept about the few endocrine gland. Okay, or the important endocrine gland. The most important is the pituitary gland or the hypophysis, and the pituitary gland is present in the skull. Okay, and there is a kind of the bone, this is called the sella turcica, and in the sella turcica the pituitary gland or the hypophysis is present, and pituitary gland is called the master gland, and this master gland is controlled by the hypothalamus. I shall describe you about this hypothalamus and the hypophysis later very elaborately. Okay, and the next one is the thyroid gland, and in this thyroid gland is located on the two sides of our trachea, and this is butterfly shaped, and this thyroid gland produces a kind of the hormone. This is called the thyroxine. Okay, and these are actually connected by isthmus. Okay, and next gland is the adrenal gland, and this adrenal gland is situated above the kidney, and there are two adrenal glands. One is there are two adrenal glands. You can see that there are two adrenal glands, and the adrenal gland or the suprarenal gland has the two part. The outer part is called the cortex and inner part is the medulla, and from the cortex glucocorticoid, mineralocorticoid and the sex corticoid are secreted, and from the medulla adrenaline and the noradrenaline are secreted. The next one is the pancreas, and the pancreas is connected with the duodenum, and you can see that this is the pancreas, and the pancreas is responsible for production of two kind of the hormone. One is insulin and another is the glucagon. Okay, and the next one is this is the testis, and the testis is present in cases of the male, and this is situated inside the scrotum, and the testis secretes a special kind of the sex hormone, and this is called the testosterone. And next is the ovary, and the ovary is actually present in female, and the ovary is responsible for secretion of two sex hormone. One is estrogen and another is progesterone. And the next apart from the hormone, you should know that what is neurohormone, and when the neuron secrete the chemicals and this is released into the blood and this is carried out through that of the blood, then these chemicals are called as the neurohormone, oxytocin, vasopressin, and these are important neurohormone. And also ecdysone and the juvenile in cases of the insect, these are also the example of the neurohormone. Next we should know about the feedback mechanism. So what is feedback? When any gland control the secretion of the another gland, and this process is actually called as the feedback. And here you can see that the pituitary gland is responsible for synthesis of the thyroid stimulating hormone, and this thyroid stimulating hormone activate the thyroid gland to secrete the T3 and the T4. Okay, and so that this pituitary gland give a positive feedback into the thyroid gland, and so thyroid gland secrete the T3 and the T4. When the T3 and the T4 level will be high, then this T3 and the T4 inhibit the pituitary gland to secrete the thyroid stimulating hormone, and this is called the negative feedback mechanism. I describe you that what you have learned in this video tutorial. What is endocrinology, who is the father of endocrinology, and who coined the term hormone, and what is hormone, and the various types of that of the gland, that is endocrine, exocrine and the mixed gland, and their example, and also the properties of the hormone, and the chemical natures of the hormone, that is the hormone type, what is the steroid hormone, what is non-steroid hormone, and example of the amino acid derivative hormone, example of the peptide hormone, example of the protein hormone. And next you have learned that various kinds of the endocrine gland in cases of the human, that is the pituitary, thyroid, parathyroid, pancreas, testis and the ovary. And also you have learned that what is the feedback mechanism and what is the neurohormone, and also the example of the neurohormone. And in the next tutorial video I shall describe you each of the endocrine gland and their function and their disorder very elaborately. Okay, so that's it guys. If you like my videos, then you can share my video, and you can subscribe my channel Biono Nirmal. That's it.